your books. I'm halfway through the current book, the memoir, and before that I was reading Sourland, your collection of short stories, and there was a story in there about a woman being at probate court.
That's right.
And everything that she had to do, and then I started reading your memoir, and you were at probate court. Did you write that after?
Yes, about half the stories in Sourland are widow stories. The first story, a middle story, a couple of middle stories, and the last story. Yes, those were stories that I put into fictitious form. One was in the New Yorker. That's the first story that I wrote after I was a widow. It took a long time to write. It's called Pumpkinhead. It's about a woman whose husband has died, and she feels very guilty, and she feels that there's something wrong in continuing to live. And I think a lot of people feel that way. Even though rationally you know it's ridiculous to think that way, you do feel that way, that probably it's wrong to keep on going. So you're quite right. And then the last story, she's met a man, a strange man, who seems to have plucked her out of her household and her grief, and he's brought her to some strange place. He's someone who knew her husband a long time ago. And she sort of feels resigned and faded, but she does trust him. It's a strange story that seemed like a mystical sort of experience that someone might have. A widow also feels very faded and resigned. You feel that you've lost yourself